Story 1. Husband cheating on me with internet strangers. Me, F mid-20s, married to my husband of 1 year, M mid-20s. We've been a couple for half a decade. Recently found out that my husband has been cheating on me by chat-rouletting/sexting with random female strangers on the internet after I go to bed. This was something that was brought up early in our relationship, addressed, and he promised that it would never happen again. Then it came back to light all these years later. I trusted him. For more context, I have an extremely low SES drive, so I can't help but blame myself. I feel like if I was a more normal wife, he wouldn't feel the need to do this. He claims it has nothing to do with me, that he has had this problem, addiction to masturbation, etc., long before I even came into the picture. I just have no idea how he bottled up the lie for so long, and that hurts me so much. I tell him to just ask me if he's in the mood, but he says that he never wants to ask because he hates pressuring me into things, but I don't mind, because he's my husband. He swears that he has never done anything in person with anyone, only on video calls with strangers who knows where, and that he has never built a recurring relationship with any of them, only one-night stands, for lack of a better term, and then disconnecting. I have no idea who to turn to right now. I know for a damn fact that if I told any of my close girlfriends about this, that they would be like, "Oh my god, get a divorce now," to which I would get really upset. I honestly don't really want a divorce. I love him and I still want him to change. I'm the type of person that gets extremely attached, and the last thing I want is to lose him. He's officially looking for some help now. Per my reaction and panic, I've been crying on and off about this for like a week straight, I swear. He's extremely upset too and doesn't want to lose me, either. He even told his buddies that he doesn't know what to do because he doesn't want to lose the best thing in his life. But I also just feel like I can't trust him right now, until he makes a change for real, a change that I can see. But he's so good at hiding things. I went years without any idea of that happening. I was convinced that he stopped years ago when we discussed it. I knew he watched porn, but IDGAF if he watches porn, that's fine with me. He told me to put parental controls on his devices, too, so I did. So we'll see how that goes. I just don't know what to do right now, and I know I'm talking in circles, and any advice is really appreciated. I wonder if I'm stupid for not wanting to leave? He keeps saying that anyone else would leave if they were in my shoes, and I tend to agree. But I just can't bring myself to do anything like that. I love him too much. I just need advice, and I need help coping right now. Story 2. Husband cheated. Again. Hi everyone. I originally joined this sub back in July because I was devastated and distraught that my husband had cheated on me. I was seeking advice from others who had stayed and asked if it ever worked out and if they regretted it. 99.9% of responses I got told me their partners cheated again. But as you guessed it, I stayed anyways. Little backstory, my husband cheated on me once when we were 22 and dating. We broke up for some time for other reasons, 2 years broken up, and then got back together and I took him back because I always thought to myself, well at least he's never cheated, we were younger and maybe he's more mature now. I took him back, we were so happy, I thought, I got pregnant, we got married, etc. I did not learn that he cheated on me when we were first together at 22 until I had already taken him back and it had been years already and he randomly admitted it to me. I did not leave him because I figured it was a mistake he made years ago, there's nothing I can do about it now, and his exact words were, "It's crazy because this secret has eaten me up every single day for the longest time, I'm so sorry, I feel remorse all the time." Well, back in August of last year I caught him cheating again. This time with a married woman. And I learned that they had been having sex on and off the entire time I was pregnant and when we first had our daughter. I mean quite literally after I gave birth and couldn't even walk from my stitches he continued to cheat on me. As you can imagine I was devastated. I took him back after a month, and not even 2 weeks into being let back into the house I caught him texting a different girl about meeting up. This is 3 different girls at this point. The following week I caught him texting prostitutes. And yet I stayed. He got into therapy right after that, we set boundaries, we kept our locations on 24/7, I was also in therapy, he would tell me constantly how at peace he was because he's such a better person now. He would tell me he's so happy to just be enjoying life together now. He would tell me how he wants to be a better person so bad. Etc. In fact, The night before I caught him cheating again, he had a whole talk with me about how he's so happy to finally be at peace with himself because he's such a better person now. Well, he cheated again and I found out from yet another husband. This is the fourth girl. When I confronted him, he started crying saying, "It why I'd do this," and I just made him leave. So he cheated on me 4 separate times with 4 different women that I know of. I'm sure there were more that I just don't know about. I'm not nearly as sad as I was back in July. But it still stings. I'm honestly just shocked at how someone can fake a life like this so easily. This is someone who has cheated on every single partner he has ever had. Every last one. I was the girl he chased and swore he had messed things up with the first time. He married me and started a family with me, and we talked all the time about how we were truly best friends. And yet he still cheated on me every single chance he got. I just don't understand. Did he never love me? Is this a says addiction? Maybe if I was more fun, maybe if I was more outgoing, maybe if I wasn't so hard on him, maybe if I was happier, then he wouldn't have cheated. I wonder sometimes if he will go on to treat his next spouse better and not cheat on her, because then I really was the problem. What if it's true that people only change for the right person? I tried to do everything right. I supported him in every single dream he wanted to chase, every career he wanted to try, during his medical needs, during his dark and low moments. I talked with him so many times about his trauma. I constantly reassured him that he was a good person. I supported him through everything. I have never cheated. I have never given anyone else attention. I have been so kind to him. I'm so confused because for the last few months he has been deep into therapy. He has been the one sending me videos he comes across of men sharing their stories of how they became better. He's been the one telling me constantly how he's so at peace that he's better now. He's been the one trying to be more affectionate, more present, more understanding. His communication skills even improved immensely. We were doing so good. And yet he cheated again still. Why? I'm so confused. The only thing he's said since leaving is he's so sorry, he regrets everything and he just wants to be a better person. But even then he did not say that to me directly. He told my brother, who then told me. He hasn't even talked about it with me. I wish I at least could get an apology. I wish I could get some closure. It's almost as if I don't even matter and never did. What could I have done differently? Story 3. My husband cheated while I was pregnant and I still don't know how to move on. So this happened when I was 3 months pregnant. My baby is now about to be 5 months old, so this happened a while ago. I found out that my husband was cheating on me January 1st. What a way to start the year, am I right? When I had a sneaking suspicion and couldn't take it anymore. I looked through his Snapchat after seeing him continuously texting a female and giving me a constant vague answer as to who she was. While on his Snapchat, I found that he had everyone's messages saved except hers. So that was odd. Then I was looking at his memories and noticed he had the "For My Eyes Only" tab open. I unlocked it and found a picture he had never sent to me before. My stomach started hurting and I felt like I was going to throw up, so I woke him up immediately. Asked if he was cheating and he shot up so quick and said no. He continued denying and I just got to the point where I threatened divorce and full custody of our girl. He's active duty, so he would have no choice to sign over parental rights, as I would be living in a different city than his duty station. He eventually confessed and this turned into a huge web of lies. She knew about me and that I was pregnant. They talked about meeting up to have sex. He complimented her body when he never complimented mine. The moment I found out, I wanted to hate him so bad. I wanted to just never see him again. But I was stupid and we tried fixing things. In February, I had continuous anxiety attacks, something I struggled with before the cheating, that amplified because I was too scared to sleep because I feared he would message her again. I didn't want to eat because I knew that if I did I would just throw it up. At this point in time, he would spin it on him and beg me not to leave and fake having anxiety attacks so that I could comfort him. My heart was broken, I was drained. He made me feel like his whole world before this. He was helping me feel like I had a reason to live, and now I just feel so broken. Ever since this happened, I've been struggling with my self-esteem. I still struggle with sleeping. I still have days where I just shut down and don't even want to be near him. I love him so much, I feel like I'm empty. And he thinks that we're going to get through this, but I feel like I should have left and it's too late now. We've moved to a new state because of re-enlistment. I thought it would give me a new start, but I just want to go home. I hate the girl he cheated on me with because she knew he was a married man with a baby and she messaged him first. They did this 2 days after I had a threatened miscarriage. He did this to me at a time where I needed him the most. I didn't even get to enjoy my pregnancy and feel love for him when a whole bunch of other women got to experience this. I've heard that babies bring people closer together, but I just want my baby and I to go away. I don't want her to see that I was a fool to go back. I don't want her to think it's okay to be treated this way. I want to give up. I don't know what to do. Please someone help me. Story 4. I didn't want to be right, but my 32F husband, 34M, was actually cheating on me through video games and Discord. I kept telling myself that I was being paranoid. I noticed that he was logged into a different Discord with a lot of servers on the side I'd never seen him in before. He'd quickly switch tabs whenever I came up to talk to him. I got the login/password for the accounts. I told myself it was wrong to do this, that I needed to trust him. He's been doing erotic roleplay with people on a game he plays, and then sexting people on Discord. It started in September and some of the chat logs are months and months long. On Christmas morning. On our anniversary. All day at work. He apologizes to them for having to go home. He apologizes for not being around on the days we would do something. Always apologizing to them. I'd go to bed around 9 to read and he would just be out there until 2, 3 in the morning. Touching himself to this shit. Back in March, I'd confronted him because he had been really ignoring me and living in this computer game fantasy world for months. I threw it out there, jokingly. I even thought maybe you were cheating on me, like it was such a far out there, funny thought. He lied to me. Directly. And kept doing all this shit. We had sex 7 times last year. We've had sex twice this year. Our sex life has been an issue for years, but eventually my own libido started to dry up, and I just got tired. I was always the one who brought it up. On our anniversary. That's what was on his mind. These people. This weird role-playing thing. I spend so much time coming up with great meals, special treats, or desserts, buying him little gifts when I'm out shopping. I put so much energy into things like Christmas morning, all to try to make them special for him. When I confronted him, it felt like he had all of the things he said worked out ahead of time. He's depressed about his career, felt disconnected from me, and wanted to live in a world where people liked him. He claims that I am the love of his life, that he values our relationship above everything, and said he would do whatever it takes to make things right. I don't know what those things are. I don't know what he can do. I've changed the passwords for his accounts related to this. But as I'm sitting here at home, brain fried, and nerves wrecked, it keeps replaying. On our anniversary. On Christmas morning. At work. When I was next to him on the couch at night. When I would lay in bed and wonder why my husband didn't want to be intimate with me. I want to work on this, and I want to stay in this marriage. I have told him that this is all squarely on him. He needs to put in the work, because I am so tired. I feel so stupid. I feel so small. I feel so hurt, so lost. I feel so unloved, so have been coming second to this stupid video game life of his. I don't even know where to start. I just wish I'd been wrong and that when I logged into that account, I'd found nerdy gamer chat and not my husband betraying me for months and months, apologizing to them for having to go home. How do I even begin to work through this?